What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday evening. Texas Red Leg here. Hope everybody had a good weekend. I know everybody's prepping and doing whatnot, trying to get ready for what's coming. But it could be a multitude of scenarios. Who really knows? But one thing I wanted to talk about, discuss tonight, is all of the different theories out there on Charlie Whiskey, 2.0, and martial law and all that jazz that comes along with a tactical event that may or may not come to fruition. I think the point is, the opinions are floating around, both ways. A lot of people continue today to downplay or refuse to acknowledge that this is a real scenario, and that it could happen. And there's a lot of people that spend a lot of time talking themselves out of why something won't happen, or it's just too crazy to contemplate. And I think that people need to get out of that way of thinking, because we continue to see the nutty things transpire on a weekly and or daily basis. School shootings, assassination attempts, just radical law passing, lawfare against former presidents, lawfare against your political opponents, bending and or shoehorning of laws or violations of law, trying to mold and sculpt a crime that had to have a lot of stilts put under it to even get to a courtroom, but they're doing it. Okay, so don't sit here and act like it's just not going to happen. It's just too crazy, because things just keep happening. My advice to people is to put your foot on the gas, don't slow down. People start talking crazy, doing this crazy, all this lawfare, all these radical changes that a certain party wants to install, against the Constitution and the law-abiding people that respect it and live their life by it. It's a real thing, and these people mean business, and they're not joking around. And they know that they've got a window here to get this done. And killing 45 is certainly not off the table, as we have seen. And I think if certain experts that have skin in the game in that field, i.e. Secret Service, FBI, if some of those people can come forward without getting themselves killed or their family killed, to really expose the rot and the internal decay that has befallen these agencies politically, this thing's probably over. And I think that the corruption is so deep at most levels, especially in DC and these regional offices, that a lot of them are being blackmailed or strong-armed, or political threat to retirement, whatever the case may be. Well, we've got stuff on you too, so either do this or we're going to expose you. I think it's so dirty and it's so corrupt that that's part of the problem here. And we got to put sunlight on all this stuff if we want to save this republic. So I don't want to get on a soapbox, but I'm telling you, they start talking crazy, you keep buying ammo. Okay, you keep doing things that are going to protect you and your family and keep you from feeling the wrath of a obtrusive and radical, unforgiving government, because that's what we got coming if a certain person doesn't win this thing. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. Okay, and I'm not saying panic. I'm not saying any of that. Preppers don't typically panic. We prep so we don't have to panic. And just do the things that you can do. Do what you can afford. Be smart. Try to get multi-use tools, multi-use things that can help you. Something that's good for more than one or two things. Something that can work for a multitude of things. When you buy something, think multi-tool. what else can this thing do if I buy it? If I'm going to spend my hard-earned money on this piece of equipment or this tool or this appliance or whatever, what other things can it do besides what it's intended for? You know, if you can get 2 or 3 more extra things out of that tool or piece of equipment that you're about to spend your hard-earned money on, it's probably a good buy if you can get it at the right rate. So people, don't think that this stuff ain't gonna happen, okay? And don't necessarily buy all the way in that it's going to happen. I think you got to be realistic, and you got to have a level head when it comes to some of this stuff. But certainly don't think for a minute that these people are not capable of being more radical than they've displayed so far. They're doing it in little pieces, okay? And you know, with the implementation of COVID and all the restrictions that were thrust upon the American people, and children especially, and the elderly, that was a trial run, in my opinion. You know, that was a pilot to the sequel that's about to come. So again, you know, hope everybody's doing okay. You know, I'm doing all right, just working hard, trying to keep up, trying to do the things I got to do. I would suggest that everybody keep doing that. Keep your foot on the gas. You know, rely on each other for help. If you have a question or you need advice, plenty of people out here will help you. You know, a couple of channels that I watch regularly are Pinball Preparedness, you know, Bear Independent, Roaming Prepper, Cold War Prepper, and you know, these are all good channels. Integrated Preparedness. There's a lot of good channels out there. Full Spectrum Survival. There's a lot of good things. Some are more, I would say, detailed than others. Some are more have more variety than others, but it's all typically good stuff. You just need to jump around and you know see what they have to offer. Take what you can take from it. Be smart, be proficient. You know, everybody's situation is different. Your terrain may be different where you are, your climate, you know, your temperatures, your moisture content, everything may be different in matter, you know, based on what these people are putting out. So again, take the information in, regurgitate it, use what you can use. It's all good information typically, and it's something that you can put in the memory bank and recall it at some other time if you need to. You know, don't skip out on the water, people. Don't skip out on the water, and don't skip out on medical and dental. These are huge things that, you know, a dental problem can end you quick. You know, they say the mouth or the dental problems are a gateway to the heart, you know, for disease and whatnot. So keep your eyes peeled, be smart what's going on, you know, monitor your situation, know your surroundings, know where you're going. You know, again, situational awareness, risk management, risk awareness, it all comes into play everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, you should be using the same processes every time, whether it's the store, dropping a kid off at school, going to work, whatever. You gotta run through these things in your head, and you've got to make it a habit. Once you make it a routine and a habit, you're not even going to think about it. You're just going to do these things, and it's going to keep you safe, or keep you safer than somebody else not doing these things. So with that, I hope everybody's doing good. Miss seeing y'all. Again, I've just been really super busy with work and doing the things. So everybody keep prepping, stack it deep, and always remember, long live the Republic. Y'all take care now.